What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are here with the Friday Market Watch. So, we're going to go ahead and just get into it. So, if you like what we do, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all cool. We do videos like this all the time. We got market watches. We are trying to get a video out at least if not every day if not every day of the week, at least 5 videos a week to go ahead and start pushing it out. Please help us get to the goal of 500. We got a giveaway. We give away 2 TCG player gift cards, and also leave a cool comment down in the comments below. If you guys leave either a comment that has some good information or maybe a comment that I will be adding you to a special list. And in that special list will be a list of people that will win something very special once we hit 500. So that'll be an extra giveaway. So go ahead, like I said, if you want to leave a cool comment, leave it down below. Chance to win something cool. So let's go ahead and start with Dogmatika Maximus. I've kind of been seeing a little bit of a little bit of rise in popularity of the Dogmatika engine in the Fire King deck. And to be honest, the rogue player in me is very attracted to that. Not I really do like budget Yu-Gi-Oh, because I really do like having the game affordable, especially with competitive affordable decks. But at the same time, I also kind of like stuff that's a little bit more rogue, because sitting there and playing a meta deck, even though there's so much advantage, sometimes you just straight up have bad days just losing to the common hand traps. So running a meta deck in a little more of a rogue way sometimes kind of makes me feel a little bit better. That's kind of why I ran a Runic generator for a while. It's just because Runic was a meta kind of strategy, but the generators was so rogue that a lot of people just didn't know what to do. And I kind of feel like the Dogmatika engine could be something similar. Could be a similar, kind of additive to the Fire King engine that makes it to where people know what to do against Fire King, but the added Dogmatika, angle could make it a little bit crazy. So we got Dogmatika Maximus, with the Secret Rare still kind of going for about $4, and the Ultra is going for around $2. To be honest, I would just go ahead and jump on it. I would just go ahead and jump on it right now. There probably could be just some a randomly inserted reprint. It did go way higher because it was kind of in the $4 range. I had a couple of them sold in that range, but right now you comfortably get them $239, $240, $275. All the ones that I had are officially gone pretty much. I do feel that see, this guy's 37 of them for $230. I would go ahead and just get it right now, because I do feel this is extremely powerful. There's a lot of different ways you could use it. You can run a small engine, you can run a bigger engine, but either way, I just like this extra layer, just being able to go to Walmart, go to Target, go to your locals, get 3 of these. Get 3 Fire King structure decks and go ahead and add the Dogmatika, the Dogmatika package, which isn't really that expensive right now, because you only need 1 Maximus, and also with Maximus you do need 1 Dogmatika Fleur-de-Lis, which is extremely cheap. You got the Secret Rare for $12, but you're not worried about that. You got the Ultra Rare from the tin for 18 cents, and then the common for 10 cents. If you're going for this common, I do feel this would probably be $1 to $2 card, but I would just go ahead and pick all this stuff up before it kind of goes even crazier. Nadir Servant is also is another card that is extremely cheap right now. You got the original Secret Rare for about $5.25, but then the Ultra Rare from the from the Megaton is 56 cents, and then you got the Super Rare for 24 cents. I did kind of do a little bit look into the other rarities, and I wish I could just kind of pull them up without having to bring them all up individually. It's kind of really annoying. But a lot of them are kind of hanging around this to 24 cents. I think the Prismatic Secret Rare is kind of going close to $1, but not $1. It's kind of going close 50 cents. But now, honestly, I'm looking at the Quarter Century Rare. This is one that I feel I should have, I really should have bid on it. I completely didn't even think about Nadir Servant. Me as someone who's kind of taking a back seat to try to play more rogue style decks and focus more on the market to try to get more stuff. I just feel like a complete idiot not thinking why would it Nadir Servant be I understand that, yeah, it's really recent, it is kind of soon, but I don't know, I should have just known that this was gonna be a card that was gonna go up. At the same time, the market is extremely hard to predict. At one point you get these for about $9, but right now you get them for $27, $28. I have 0 copies of these cards. I have none of these, so I'm pretty much sitting in the back yep, completely missed the mark. This is something that I did not put on my list, and I totally regret doing that. But something else that I was gonna put on my list is Summon Limit. So I was not predicting Konami hitting the 3 major floodgates of Yu-Gi-Oh! Being There Could Be Only One, Rivalry, and Gozen Match. Having all 3 of those gone really, like, it puts me in like this weird kind of mindset to where it makes me want to run meta more, but at the same time, I still don't want to just get rid of my kind of rogue roots. And I'm looking, and like I thought of some of them and like, oh man, I should look at the quarter century. And of course, you know, like it just completely shot up. We're looking at 18, you know, like we're like $19 for the quarter century rare. You get a lot of these, you know, like in low rarity for a really good price. You get the ultra rare for about, you know, 59 cents, the common for 15 cents, the rare for 8 cents. Like there's a whole bunch of different versions. Super rare right here is like 4 cents. So like it isn't, there's no rush to buy this card high rarity, but at the same time, if you were someone that like you know that kind of had like, you know, a little bit of like, you know, I wouldn't say big brain, but kind of had that like, you know what, let me just pick up these summon limits because he's like a really good pickup. These were gonna be on my part 2 video, but like by the time I was gonna put the part 2 up, it had already kind of spiked up in price, and it would have been no point in putting it in there. So this is another quarter century that I really feel like I dropped the ball on. And yeah, so like I'm gonna have to like really focus up on some of the quarter centuries in rarity collection, because I know that probably from this point on they're just going to go up no matter what happens. Bystial Druid Swarm is another card that I ended up getting rid of any extra copies like that I had, because I thought it was gonna get hit, but it did not get hit, so I completely screwed myself. I now only have 1 Bystial Druid Swarm. Like I did have 3, but I got rid of the other 2, assuming it was gonna go to 1, but it didn't get hit at all. So we're looking at the prismatics, you know, at like $13, $30, $14. The super rares are at $8. To be honest, this is going to be one of the best counters to Labyrinth. One of the best counters. There's multiple other ways to counter Labyrinth, but Druid Swarm does it. Druid Swarm is able to banish Dark from the grave, so you're able to, you know, you're able to, like, you know, get rid of a little bit of recursion if they, you know, like a little potential recursion. At the same time, it doesn't target, so it works around the effects of like the ladies, like the, you know, the ladies make it to where, you know, they can't be targeted, and, you know, Bystial Druid Swarm doesn't target. So this is like one of the really good ways to just get around, get around a lot of, you know, just like a lot of like I shouldn't say a lot, but it gets rid of like the main kind of issue with Labyrinth, which is like, you know, like the ladies being unaffected by targeting, which kind of puts you in a position where you have the back row plus monsters that are almost, you know, that really can't be dealt with. So Bystial Druid Swarm right here, if you were, it's like if you were smart and kept your 3, like you're plussing. If not, you're paying money for it. And then I want to talk about a couple other cards like from the Bystial kind of engine. The Bystial Dispatter, I kind of thought it was going to be kind of more in the $40 range. It's kind of looking like it's 28. To be honest, this is like a really good card. Like, just because it's not being used right now, at any point this could kind of jump back in the meta. So maybe I might kind of, you know, maybe I don't know. I might weigh my options to kind of like do some like digging, but maybe I might have to buy picking up more copies of Dispatter, especially if it kind of goes any lower, maybe 25. I kind of might pick up a lot of these. The Bystial Lubellion is very interesting because I remember buying these at like $17, thinking like, oh, you know, these are really high. I ended up dropping the deck that I was using them with. I was running like a Bystial Thunder King deck, and I was kind of trying to combo out, and it was really cool. But like the combos just weren't weren't there for me. I ended up just, you know, sticking to what I was usually running, and I ended up selling them. And I was thinking like, yeah, they're probably, you know, gonna get reprinted. And I'm looking at these, and, you know, the secret rares from, you know, Darkwing Blast are like, you know, $20. You know, Secret Rippers Max are like $20. To be honest, like this is kind of just like either way, I would have been plussing if I would have kept them. Same with Druid Swarm. Magnumlet, you know, still super low. And then also Sornier is kind of very interesting because you got Sornier like 369, the Prismatic at 4. Pretty much like if you're trying to run like the Bystial, you know, like the Bystial engine, it is like just very expensive. So kind of keep that in mind. And the last card I want to talk about is Access Code Talker. A lot of people, I wouldn't say forget about Access Code Talker, but like kind of put it in the back of their mind and think that, you know what, I don't really need Access Code Talker. It's like, it's not really that important. But to be honest, I think a lot of people would be very much caught off guard by just getting hit by Access Code Talker, especially if you're playing Unchained, and you know, if you're able to like make this, you know, like let's say you're able to make this on your I mean, like, you wouldn't always want to do this. There's other cards going to, but if you're able to set yourself up to a position where you could kind of like interrupt a lot of things, and then your last interruption, you know, is able to like link into the Access Code Talker on your opponent's turn, that could kind of like, you know, change up a lot of things, because like it kind of put them in a spot to where if they can't stop the OTK, then they know they're gonna lose. And also at the same time, it could just do its regular job to where it's like you could just end games like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do this, this, and that, and it's like, okay, you've wasted all your resource. Okay, bam, I'm going to just go into an access code talker. So this is kind of something that, you know, like that I kind of see people not really like thinking about. But if you want access code talker, it is kind of starting to go up. I could have sworn there's a time where these were at 20s, and I'm looking at these premium gold rares and they're like 36. Secret rares from Battles of Legend are like, you know, 46, and then the originals are around the $50 mark. So to be honest, if I was just trying to like pick one up and I wanted it to last, I would go for the original secret rare. Maybe maybe in a reprint set it might get a quarter century, and if it does, that would become the highest rarity. But I do feel like a lot of players do really love this original secret rare version right here. I remember I actually bought this card for $55 before it kind of spiked to like the 120, and it's kind of crazy how all this time later the card, after two reprints, the card is still worth almost the same amount as I bought it. This is actually kind of inspires me to do a video on kind of how I view collecting Yu-Gi-Oh, and kind of like, you know, I guess like some certain strategies that I use to try to save myself money. I say save myself money, it's more like not having to spend, you know, like basically not having to buy the same cards over and over again. So like it technically saves you money, but at the same time it's like, you know, you're gonna spend on Yu-Gi-Oh anyway. But yeah, so like I said, if you're kind of thinking, if you're thinking of something that you want to have to kind of like, you know, end the game before it kind of goes crazy, I would get a copy of Access Code Talker. If you want to be budget, I would get the, you know, yeah, I would just get the gold. But if you really want to get something that might last, I would get the original secret rare version for about 50 bucks. I would try to get this around the $45 range. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next